Welcome to the underground, you rebel scum. This is the American Expat with yet another video today, this time talking about the situation in Taiwan, or the Republic of China, with the being surrounded by the Chinese military doing, sorry about adjusting that, I know it's noisy, doing like some drills, supposedly. I mean, they're always doing drills. They're always flying planes over there. I don't know what's going to happen this time. Probably nothing. They'll do their drills and then they'll go back and people will calm down. But what does it actually mean? What is it that they're trying to accomplish here? I've put some thought into it and I think I might know. You'll have to excuse me there. Getting more caffeine into my system before making this video, or while making this video. You know what I mean. I guess I haven't made the video yet. I'm recording it, but I haven't. Anyway, if you enjoy what you see here, maybe think about helping us out. Go down. Well, you know what? This isn't a charity case, but if you don't mind, I'll take it. Go down. You know, there's a thumbs up, like button thing that lives below this video. Maybe think about clicking that, and it will help to move the videos along, I think. Comment also, I think, is... Never mind. Let's get into this. So, the news is talking about how Taiwan is surrounded right now because China's doing all these military drills out in the ocean, flying planes, boats, all this stuff, even including their Coast Guard and police activity on some islands and such. And people are saying, oh, this could be it. This could be the invasion. I don't think that this one's going to be the invasion, but it is interesting. They're always inching closer and closer, which is, from what I understand, I'm not an expert on this, one of the tactics that they have. They just slowly keep moving in until suddenly they've got it. Well, this situation, they keep doing these drills, they keep doing these activities, and they don't invade. But I'm telling you, one of these times they're going to be doing one of these drills or whatever you want to call it, and then suddenly it's not going to be a drill. It's going to be the real thing. They're not going to announce, you know, like, okay, we're coming this time to invade. I mean, they're just going to pretend like they're doing the drill, and the next thing you know, they're landing people on the beach. And I'm afraid it's like The Boy That Cried Wolf, except in reverse. You know, it's like the wolf crying wolf. And then eventually people just don't believe the wolf. Like, I'm just, you know, I'm coming into the field. I'm coming in. I'm going to do this. And everybody eventually, they're like, well, he said that 1,000 times before and never actually ate any of the sheep. So people become complacent. And then all of a sudden, the wolf grabs the sheep and eats them up. I think that's sort of what's going on. Possibly. I don't know. It could be that it's a face-saving exercise where they have to show strength for whatever reason. But the world is in a very strange situation right now. I don't know exactly what is going on everywhere, why this World War III thing is being pushed. It's like people know something that we don't. Like, we have to do this now, or else we won't be able to in the future. I really don't know what's at stake, but I do have this feeling that maybe we've been at war for a long time now, a number of years at least, with these other sides, but it's kind of a different sort of war, you know? We don't fight with armies, or we haven't been fighting with armies. It's been being fought behind the scenes. And so you see all the chaos and the crazy stuff that's been going on in the United States, politically, socially, and you think to yourself, like, what is this? What is all this craziness? What is this about? What if that is actually an attack from the other side to attempt to weaken our society in their ongoing fight with us? Just some thoughts, you know. We just talked about some comments that come into the channel about my crazy conspiracy theories. Well, there's one for you. You guys will have to let me know how crazy you think it is. I don't think it's that crazy. I don't think that Americans are that crazy just all on their own, unless they get pushed that way through some kind of weird manipulation on social media. Stay off of social media. It's bad stuff. But yeah, crazy stuff going on in the world. And then you're like, well, why would the United States be weakening itself? This is insane. Well, maybe because of foreign influence. I don't know. Maybe this is part of an ongoing fight between nations and an attempt to weaken the United States. Who knows? In advance of actual fighting. So, if they can weaken us really, really bad so that the American people don't trust any institution. And just look at us. Do you trust anything in the government now? Do you trust any? I mean, it's like they've taken football away from us, for heaven's sake. Just look at it. You can't trust anything now. Do you think that we're going to be able to win a war in that state? Probably not. This would be the perfect time. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know their situation, but if they were prepared to have a war, and their adversary was going to be the United States, let's say, that would be exactly what you would want. You want the people to be against the war. Just read what is it, The Art of War? I've not read it myself, but I've read quotes from it, and Sun Tzu seems to know what he's talking about. And if you don't have the support of the people, guess what? Your war is going to fail. Just think about Vietnam. That failed because people were not behind that one. They're like, no, I'm not buying it. And, now that we've been shown how dishonest our government is, I don't know how anybody's going to get behind this. Certainly not with Joe Biden. And maybe that's the reason that he's being left off ballots and, the polls have suddenly shifted and it's like, well, he's going to lose. And they're like, you know what? We're going into this conflict and there's nobody that's going to stand behind this guy. He's not exactly he's going to get the flag, Joe Biden, if he could stand up and he's going to, lead us into battle, and the American people are going to, be right there, right behind him. And sorry, I've been bumping the camera there, but not going to happen. And maybe they have realized that, and they're like, okay, well, we got to get the other guy in there because more people are willing to, get behind this guy in the event of a war, which now we've been pushed into because of the craziness of the guy that's in there now. But who knows? Maybe this was coming all along. Maybe whatever it was that happened, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just saying, my thoughts on this, they could be crazy conspiracy theories, so keep that in mind. Bill will let us know, I'm sure, if there's a lull in the activity on the channel. But, crazy stuff. What do you think? Is this all of the chaos? You think back over all the stuff that's happened over the last few years and tell me, did that just manifest organically in this country? Or is this some kind of ongoing operation to try and weaken our society and our resolve in the event of a conflict with either Russia or China or whoever it happens to be? It's wild. It's wild when you see people like the LGBTQ community. And I you know what? I don't think that they're all behind this. I think there's some kooks that are like, oh, Palestine, and they're like saying Intifada and all this stuff and chanting all this crazy stuff. And it's like, do you realize? I know that, and this has been said by many people, there's no way that people in that community are that stupid. I know that they're not. And I'm sure that most of them are like, what's with these crazy people? The people you're supporting would kill you. It doesn't mean you have to be in support of, and I don't even want to get into that. It's always like Israel or Palestine or whatever. I'm just saying, you're supporting the people that would kill you if you were in their country. And that's ridiculous. And have they ever, if you were one of these people, have you ever stopped to ask why you support them? What is it that you support? It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason. Why are you throwing your support behind them? It's an influence operation or something, I think. But again, maybe these are just crazy conspiracy theories, and I'm way off base. I try not to consume too much news because it'll drive you crazy. That's why I've been making the camera videos that nobody likes. At least I enjoy going out into the world and having some peace. But maybe it's time to start talking about the world stuff again, because I could be in China right now, but I have this feeling in the back of my mind. Well, no, you don't have feelings in the back of your mind, or maybe that's where they come from. But I just have this gut feeling like probably not a good idea. I don't want to be in China and then suddenly they invade Taiwan and it's like, well, darn it. Now I'm in a bad place. There's a lot of these travel warnings that come out from the government. Like they'll be saying, oh, don't go there. And we ignore them because, we don't trust any of our institutions. But sometimes they're trying to tell you something. The State Department, they'll come up with some reason like saying, don't travel there because of XYZ. They can't come out and tell you, like, don't go to this place because we think they're going to have a war soon. They're not going to come out and say that. It'll be something else. But yeah, pay attention to some of those travel advisories. I haven't checked the latest when it comes to China, but I'm sure that it's at some heightened level of yellow or whatever code words they use. I get the emails sometimes because, I lived in China for a while. But anyway, the wolf who cried wolf. I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys in the next one. ไฟพะวงหลงเฝ้าสาวเจ้าบางประกงทางห้วยงงหลงเกิด